been. But now we have the privilege to be joined by the chairman of IEBC, Chebukati. I believe this is the first time you're joining us in such a forum. First of all, you may establish how has been your day. I understand that you've been very long meetings. How has it been so far?
Yeah, thank you very much. The day has been okay. We're working, putting on final touches to election preparedness. Let me start by saying that as a commission, we are ready to give Kenyans an election on 8th of August. That's Tuesday. We have barely a few hours left. And today, what we're doing here is just putting final touches on the material distribution throughout the country in areas where materials may not have reached.
Yeah. And even as you say that, we know that there's a press statement that was issued this evening by the National Super Alliance. They're claiming that there has been a deliberate distribution, or rather skewed distribution of materials, especially to their strongholds. How true are these kind of allegations?
I think those allegations are not true. We have a logistics plan which we are following. And in fact, as we speak, almost the whole country, materials have been distributed. We have a few areas like Marsabit, Turkana, and a few other areas scattered all over the country. So it's not anybody's strongholds. So by midday tomorrow, we should be able to have distributed all the materials that are required for elections.
So you're saying in Turkana and Marsabit, the materials have not reached the constituencies?
As of this evening, I was told most of them have arrived. There was a bit of logistics in terms of the weather, but I'm told most have arrived and the lorries are almost near there.
The election is on Tuesday, and
yes,
essentially the polling materials should have reached the destinations latest tomorrow midnight. Will that be possible in those two particular areas?
I want to assure the country that materials will be delivered in full before midday tomorrow. Not midnight, but midday.
Midday tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the situation in Mombasa at Shanzu. We understand that there are some of the polling clerks, your staff, who are claiming that they want to be paid and then engaging themselves in some demonstrations. Are you aware of that?
Okay, I may not be aware of the demonstrations today, but what I do know is that as a commission, we have employed clerks, we have trained them, and they are not even due for payment. So I need more information on that. But the training was done, the clerks will be paid, and there's a framework which we have engaged them. So issues of demonstration should not be there.
So the payment should come after the election?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about what is also hot. We understand that yesterday you released a statement saying that 11,155 polling stations across the country are not connected to GSM network, that is to do with 3G and 4G. First of all, you may have no intervention in ensuring that you have that strength, but why so late? Why did you have to announce this so late to the election?
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Let me start by saying that the issue of network coverage is been an ongoing arrangement between IEBC and the three network service providers, that is Safaricom, Airtel, and Telkom, Orange. And so the mapping has been done by the service providers using the GPS systems. And when we're saying there may be low network coverage, we're talking about areas which have 2G. Now, areas of 3G have no problem, but areas of 2G may have a problem, not in transmitting the text result, but in transmitting the scanning of the forms, transmitting the scanned forms. So that is what we are saying, that the text result from the polling station will be sent by text. There's no problem when you use 2G, but we anticipate a problem when you are sending the scanned result. And that's why we are saying if there's a problem sending the scanned result, then the presiding officer and the agent can now move to the the tallying center of the constituency, which will not only have 3G, but will also have satellite provision for transmission.
Right.
So there is really no crisis here. We are just saying there may be a challenge in transmitting the scanned form using the 2G network.
Let's talk specifically about two particular counties. That's first of all Homa Bay more than 800 polling centers and do not have that connectivity of 3G or 4G out of 1,000 and about 30. That's more than 80%. You look at a county like Muranga, 962, if I'm not mistaken, out of 1,131 polling stations. That again is about 80%. Does this worry you, and how possible is it for the presiding officers to move to their respective tallying centers for the constituencies and relay this information in good time?
As I've said, most of the polling stations are, of course, within that county. And we are coming from the old days where ballot boxes were being carried to one tallying center.
Right.
Now we are saying, look, by the time the polling station closes, the results will be transmitted. The text result would have been sent. But we are also saying that, look, in the event that the scanned result has not been sent, then that's when they move to the tallying center.
Right.
But we anticipate a situation where most of the scanned results will also have been sent with a 2G network. We're just putting precautionary measures that there may be a situation where these results may not be able to be transmitted because of the 2G network.
Let's talk to the podium as you respond to the question, because you're saying that you'll have satellite services at the 290 constituencies. How does it work? How do you use the satellite facilities to transmit these results?
Yes, you see, now what we have here is the constituencies which are on 3G will have no problem, the tallying centers. But in cases where, again, there's a challenge or there's an interference with the internet connectivity, then the satellite kicks in. Yeah.
So you had spoken about, if you may proceed, you had spoken about document management systems at the 290 constituencies. Just try to break it down for us, how you particularly get to scan those documents and send to this particular national tallying center.
Okay, now we have a framework in place. Remember, at the polling station, the text and message will have been sent. The scanned result from that 4A would have already been sent. That scanned from that 4A in all the polling stations now are taken to the constituency returning officer at the constituency tallying center. Now, he'll put everything together and fill up from that 4B.
Right.
Now, when from that 4B is ready, it will now be scanned directly to the national tallying center.
Right.
So we shall have scanners somewhere here in the open.
Okay.
And we have a team which is waiting to do validation, who will receive the scanned forms, and they will conduct the returning officers at the constituency to ensure that those scanned forms have come from them. Once they have done validation, then they'll now present to the commission to announce the results. And in this same arena, we shall have the chief agents of each of the presidential candidates, who will also be working at every stage to ensure that the entire process is transparent. Yes. So everything will happen around here.
Within this compound, we'll be in a position to see it.
Yes.
So specifically, now this is the very first time that you're doing this. You've been in a series of meetings. Can you, in absolute terms, tell the country, are you ready for the election?
Yes. Let me start by telling Kenyans that it's been 7 months of hard work. When we came in office in January, there was nothing much had been done towards this particular election coming on Tuesday. We had to run up with the registration of voters. That has now, of course, you know, it's been done. We had to procure the KIMS technology. We had to, of course, enter into procurement of all materials, the 37 materials required, including ballot papers. And everything is ready. All I want to urge Kenyans is turn out on Tuesday, vote peacefully. We have prepared everything for you.
What bothers you most? Are you afraid some people may try to hack into the system?
Well, let them try. But what I do know is that we have sufficient firewalls in place. We have new servers. We have primary and secondary servers which are running on real time. And we are not afraid of anything. In fact, we say the media and any Kenyan plus the political parties involved plus the candidates are free to log into the a public portal and have access on the results. So we are not afraid. We know, we are confident that the election on Tuesday will happen and results will be transmitted.
Right. As we end it, this particular platform, this is how you will stand any day after Tuesday. First of all, when do you think you will stand here to declare the president?
We are here from today until when we declare the next president. Of course, the results will be transmitted electronically.
Right.
And the law says 7 days from Tuesday, we should announce who the winner is of the presidential election. However, because we are getting results transmitted electronically, we hope to do that as soon as everything is finalized.
1 day, 1 night, 2 days, 3 days?
Let's not speculate. Let's cross the bridge when we get there.
All right. Yeah. But finally, as a person, it's the first time you're doing it.
Yes.
Are you nervous? Are you anxious?
Do you think I'm nervous? Actually, let me say that we worked as a team with the commissioners and the secretariat, and we are very confident that all will be well. Just want Kenyans to turn out, vote peacefully, and we shall do the work of counting the ballot papers, and we shall announce the results. There should be no cause for alarm.
All right.
Thank you,
Chairman.
Okay,
thank you so much. Of course, Hussein, that has been the chairman of Chebukati, indicating his confidence in as far as preparing this election and conducting. We hope and trust as Kenyans that that will run as per script. But for now, back to you, and do have a good night from Bomas of Kenya, the National Tallying Center.
All right, Sam, thanks so much. You've heard from the chair of the IEBC, Wafula Chebukati, telling us about their preparedness ahead of the polls, ahead of the elections that will be opening in the next, on Tuesday, 6 a.m. Now, thousands of identity cards remain uncollected ahead of the general election. Huduma centers remained open today to enable Kenyans to collect the crucial documents which must be produced before voting. Stephen Leto reports.
As the clock ticks towards the Tuesday date of the elections, thousands of national identity cards